And we are back. It was supposed to be winner stays on Logan Sama and F Word, but they Brexited out, and they had to bring in the Americanos to replace them. Condolences to them for...
Somebody yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah. They were actually scheduled for here, but they got...
They said, David, we'd like you to make a Brexit joke. And I said, don't worry. I'm going to be commentating with Z. And I guarantee you it will happen.
That's Brexit. To assume that I would do that.
I just read between breaks that people in Texas are considering a Texit.
Secession?
It's not going to work out. But yeah, there are some people who are thinking about it. Up next is Onuki on the right. Long time, one of the greatest fighting game players of all time.
Who's been playing longer between these two? I mean, fighting games. I think these are like...
They both started in like the mid-late 90s, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Onuki, recently sponsored, and is, I believe, CBZ. Wow, is he going Dragon Ball? CBZ Onuki, that... My goodness, okay.
So Joe had a lot of success early on, including winning one of the first big majors in this game. And since then, he hasn't been able to travel as much, so I'm really happy he's here. See how he does. Of course, we're in winner's side, so things have been going pretty well so far. Joe with the patience. You know, he doesn't quite have the same movement. I just missed time a little bit. He doesn't have quite the same movement that Infiltration has, but he has some different strengths. No, of course, nobody else does. But he has some different strengths. I really like his pressure timings. I like his frame traps a lot.
Okay.
Just like that kind of thing. Looking for it. The wait.
Wait a minute.
Joe can take it. No, the wiggle button seals the deal.
So one thing about Nuki's play is that he will use the EX legs just as a get-off move. I have to be very cognizant about that. Perhaps even more than he does EX Spinning Bird.
Anti-air. We're seeing some good stuff. There's no view reversal yet. Yeah, that's advantage. Gotta respect it. Again. If Joe can get that consistently, if you can really shut down legs consistently, Sean has plenty of other good stuff, but to lose that part of her game is a big blow. Oh wow, what a jump timing. Onuki now pressuring. Can he get something good?
Hi, max punish. Great awareness from Joe.
The wait. Oh, no link. Could have had it. Just harassing. He wants one more hit.
The same sequence from Infiltration. Low short, lower shirt into overhead, but this time he hits it. Very nice.
Final round.
It would have been stunned if it hadn't killed too. Nuki already into the corner. No? Joe battling. I mean, that's one thing about Joe as well, is that he knows when to take up screen space and take up timing.
Nuki flailing with that standing heavy kick. That right there. Like the YOLO EX.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so YOLO, right? 5-frame startup. You're only -2. It's super fast, and you can't punish it, so what's the problem? Yeah, very convincing last round.
He'll put himself first at frame disadvantage, make you want to pop a button, and then he'll respond with the EX.
It's a really cool idea. And you're giving up a meter, and you're not advantaged afterward, right? So it's not like you're keeping yourself with the frame advantage all the time. But if you're willing to make that kind of risk happen, I think there's a threat in there.
I'm sure I see a concept that the Japanese players have a name for reverse abate. So this is a thing, like a purposeful bait. Nice.
Again, shutting it down. And you can see how valuable that is for Joe's game. He's sort of made this into a much different game that it could be if there were legs pressure. Oh, he tried it too late.
I don't think he's missed. Oh, yeah, what are you going to do? Wow, okay.
Trigger.
Find a safe space somewhere in Long Island, please. Oh, this should be... Maximum punish. Oh, wait,
not quite really. No, it was not maximum.
He left some damage on the plate.
Yeah, he did.
He did not finish his sushi.
It all works out.
From the rotation belt.
Round 2.
So match point now for Nuki. He's been able to get in. He's been able to play the mix-ups that he wants. Super, yeah.
Nice.
Early on, it's early enough in the round that he can still build another one before this one's through, let alone next if he wins this one.
I can't tell if this backdrop is New York or the city in London in financial turmoil. But the hot dogs say
the hot dogs.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to pressure. And Joe with an interesting idea there to try to get in and take control of the corner while he can. Now
away.
wanting to stay away, he does not want to get in range for trigger activation.
Ooh, nice hit there. Not much damage, but set the tone.
Yes,
Nice.
anti-air. He needs something else. And Onuki is still very much in it if he finds a hit. But that was a nice punish.
Final round. Fight.
So still match point for Nuki. Here's a sweep. Trying to get things going. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's what he wanted. From the front. The meaty's in there, but again, those interesting timings on knowing when to press jab, when to press buttons. Wow, the movement, that backdash was perfect. And now into what? Joe? Oh, Joe's doing a good job of away.
The first time he missed his legs. For people seeing Onuki for the first time because they didn't travel that often, he's been playing this character for like 20 years.
Yeah, in every game he plays this character, and luckily for him, it's always good. There's never been a bad Chun-Li in a fighting game, in a Street Fighter game, I should say.
This is true. Shouts to Marvel.
Yeah, where even now people are winning tournaments with her. It just took a long time. So Joe almost has
Look
super.
at
And there,
that.
what a stab! Look, again, why not?
Yo legs.
It's very fast. You can't punish it.
Chun-Li wins.
I don't know. It's
Yo
a good tool
leg.
that I see nobody else do, but that's a good, interesting choice. But like I said, it doesn't leave him at advantage. But if you're willing to sometimes take control of the post EX leg situation with an EX bird or something like that, then that's a real credible threat.
I've never seen anyone match their attire to the Vertigear chair. This is a chameleon in disguise. Haitani looks like he's just there by himself.
So we're going to see Wolfkrone and Haitani. Then we're going to have the replay of Mono versus Punko.
Okay.
We're going to have Knuckle Dew
Lot of
versus
O's.
PR Balrog. We'll
So
have
sick.
Momochi versus Alex Myers. We haven't really gotten much of a chance to talk about who else is in this top 64, but already we've heard that Ludovic beat Alucard, that Flash beat Rylander, Justin beat Vagabond.
Round one.
We also know that
Fight.
the next match, one of the next matches, will be Daigo versus Stupendous.
Oh, and Stupendous had dispatched Xiaohai.
Yeah, he beat Xiaohai.
Who does Stupendous play? Please
Zangief.
remind me. Zangief. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the best Geef in the US.
The real low-tier god is among us here.
The way he plays Geef is quite different than at least Snake Eyes. It's much less about reactive footsies and much more about predictive, interesting. I feel like he's playing SF5 Geef. But anyway, we'll see. By the way, I wanted to bring up earlier when we were talking about Infiltration doing the crazy jump back air grab.
So some OS of sorts?
Yeah, Tyrant was saying that he thinks it's probably just the jump back throw tech, but of course, as Nash, it's going to turn into an air grab rather than jump back short. Right?
I don't know.
So like we might have been overselling that a little bit.
No, I'm gonna let the magic. It's still real to me, damn
Yeah.
it. So Haitani was asking him earlier, like, what happened? What happened to that Japanese meltdown in Sweden,
Wow.
in Jönköping? And he said, Phenom
Round
lived up
one.
to his name, and
Mhm.
he was playing in such a crazy manner, and he hit all those uppercuts.
Yeah, he did. He
Is
did.
this, but
He was able to get in well. He did a lot of really strong stuff. Shout out to Phenom.
whoa, this is real.
Yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
real. Yeah, this is MJS Haitani versus Wolfkrone, whose lore has been no slouch. We've already seen it so far this weekend, looking good. And he had some setups that I haven't seen before. Oh, he tried anti-air, not quite there.
At that angle, Laura has very few options to anti-air.
Oh, well, she wanted something, just getting away, but overhead seals the deal. I don't even know if it was as an overhead. It just seemed like it was the right time for a button.
Round two.
Very difficult for punish, I believe, for Laura.
Fight.
Ooh! Okay, gonna get punished here. Nothing. I'm not a
interesting.
vampire player. Is this how he played Sasquatch?
The same way as Nakali? I guess I
Yeah.
never really thought about it.
I mean, he just found such enormous, tremendous success with this character. I wonder if there's any similarities to, like, he's just...
I mean,
Going back in
this
time.
character is definitely tougher to play than that character.
Okay.
That character is dash forward and you do a high or a low, and whatever pays off, pays off.
This is true.
Oh, he was waiting for it.
Yeah, it's probably 1-3, 1-3 in play.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay, the reset. And there is the
Number
game.
1 stunner.
Since the start of this game, Haitani has seemed like he's one of the best. He's shown that in tournament after tournament, getting top 8.
Yeah, I mean, Tokido definitely has the most success overseas, but in Japan, domestically, they say that Haitani is one of the toughest to beat.
I've heard that, yeah.
Momochi's also on the rise as he sort of transitioned fully to Street Fighter V.
Yeah, well, Momochi is in this winner side of top 64. Alex Myers is the matchup. We're going to see that later.
Nice. Oh!
Wolfbone slowly working his opponent into the corner. Individual hit at the time.
Oh, nothing after that. Trade.
Okay. Knockdown, or reset rather. And the panic out pays off. Oh, the button! Into the knockdown. What can he get here? It's all about this sweep into absolute zilch.
Oh, that could be!
It definitely could be.
The last scratch.
It is. That's a heartbreaker right there for Wolfbone. It seemed like things were going well. The sweep didn't pay off at all, and that was, as a result, he was pushed out too far to get anything going, and Akali got the chance to play in.
Ooh. Little trickery. Finally, a blocked uppercut. I feel like we've seen it hit 20 for 20 times if you count since DreamHack. But not a very strong punish, perhaps.
Working on that V-meter on the bottom left there, that red is slowly building up. So important for this character, and I like how Haitani concentrates on that.
You're even seeing Nikali players now end it with V skill just to build their gauge and sacrifice damage, because once he's in this mode right here.
Yeah, he's super dangerous.
Oh my goodness.
The confirm into the damage, he needs something else.
Super Saiyan.
And he has the craziest stash ever, and he has the ability to get it. Great tech. And the medium. Here comes Wolfbone. He's not out of it.
What? Oh.
Crouching jab into overhead. And that was it. And that is as solid as it gets. Haitani moves on past
If
Wolfcrone.
someone were to sit on Wolfcrone right now, I wouldn't blame them. He is so firmly camouflaged there that I don't know.
He didn't look like he even had a reaction after that. Like,
I don't think he knew he's lost.
Too fast. Yeah. Well,
delayed reaction, 8-frame real life reaction right there, but.
So we're gonna move into a replay.
I'm looking forward to it.
When a replay, we'll see who wins between, it was Mono and Punko. So Mono beat Julio as Fang, and Punko, solid Cammy. Names might be backwards. We'll see how it goes.
You never know. Punko's. Wow, okay. Do we have.
It might just be like that because it's a replay, but you know, we know who it is here. Punko with Cammy. And Mono with Fang. His Fang has been real solid. He's been winning a lot of locals in Puerto Rico, and here he is, CEO in Winterside. He looks like he's up a game. I'm not super sure, to be honest. Okay, yeah. He is up a game here.
This is interesting because Shanghai had lit up, absolutely annihilated Xian before in this matchup as he found those holes into the normal, canceled into the balls.
It's one of those matches where Fangs have to play it super differently. You can't do a lot of the normal stuff that you want to do. But if you do play differently, he has some cool stuff. You know, not maximum stuff for him, but he has some good stuff. Right? Yeah, right.
If the Cammy knows where the gaps are, they can definitely uppercut. Aye, Marge Simpson anti-air. Didn't see it here, though.
Plus on block there. Cammy tried to escape a little bit. EX Nishiku. And the patience from Mono, and the perfect timing on the tech. He's not giving in to easy anti-airs. He's playing this so well.
The next...
Wow! He finally gave in. He finally gave in with the down fierce. Exactly at the wrong time.
I thought that was actually good timing on his part. He had reacted super early, just that the priority of the move lost out. But can't fault him for his decision.
Trying to take up some space with down forward fierce. Okay, so one thing about Mono is that he has all the different tools for the anti-airs, and there's a good half dozen different buttons you want either to hit or to just get right under.
Good evasion. Oh,
pressure.
Standing fierce.
Tried down fierce. No.
Oh, try to chase him out. Didn't work.
Tried a button again. This is killing him right now.
Nice pursuit, but nice evasion too from Mono.
In there. The reaction. And Punko is looking like he's going to take this right now. EX.
See him coming back from this, but
there's the trigger, so he can fish around with sweep. He can maybe get something going. Yes.
Looking too soon.
Poison. Can it be real? He needs to wait a long time. The white life will not go down during that poison. It will be there. Wants to keep the poison up if he can. That's
Wow.
really that's his chance right now, is to play this patient game and hope that Bunko runs into things,
He's chucking
and it's
those
working.
sweet potatoes. Purple
Yes.
lives matter, and the dream is dead. Purple life did not matter in the end, as it was too minuscule to decay. Punko did not bulk under that, and still took it. A very difficult matchup,
It is.
according to CN at least,
Yeah,
and we
it
saw
is.
that there in that matchup.
So does that mean that Bunko won? I guess. Okay.
Yep.
Punko
So there
2-0.
was sort of a switch up there.
Yeah.
But with names.
Just want to absolutely verify. Punko 2-0. We're gonna move on now to Knuckle versus PR Balrog. After this will be Momochi and Alex Myers. Then we're gonna switch to losers. We're gonna have Forwood versus Shine. We're gonna have Mago. That's in winners. Mago versus IFC Yipes, who beat BJ Unchained. And then losers side will be Damn Die versus Dogura.
Very nice. Team Liquid sipping on that liquid. This young man, Dudang, finding a lot of success in this game.
Round 1.
But here he's going up against a stalwart veteran to pro fighting game.
Well, I was talking with Rog earlier, and he just feels like he doesn't understand the game. Like he doesn't know when to press buttons. He doesn't know why he gets hit. He doesn't know how to do media pressure. He's telling me all these things as, you know, I know he's going to get far in the tournament, but from his perspective, as somebody who's used to mastery of the games he plays, Marvel 3 and SF4, and getting top 8 in Injustice, even though he didn't play that game at all at EVO, you know, he's used to this, and he just feels like he doesn't understand it yet, and that's very frustrating for him.
He's been very vocal about his transition, or difficult transition to this game.
Yeah.
And despite that, here he finds himself in winners. So that's just a testament to his raw talent. He can still get here despite.
Yeah, I think there might be some underselling on his part. You know, since he doesn't have absolute mastery like he did in a previous game, you know, he feels like he's uncomfortable, and I get that. But he's still very good.
Playing a keep away, nice keep away game, in and out. Okay. Against Do.
Do from pretty close.
That's not a good trade there for Nash.
Okay.
Wow, hit confirms.
The pressure into, oh, maybe waiting for a V reversal, maybe for super. Neither one came. Round 1 goes to Rob.
Punish on that. Okay.
Do hoping to convince something. Yeah, that's really what he's looking for right there.
Oh, nice dive kick to change his trajectory.
The jab into crouching medium. Very, very commonly seen, but there's a hole.
Can we take this as evidence that, at least in this version of the game, that Nash is stronger than Guile? I don't see any Guile, Street Fighter 4 Guile players making that.
He's very much not Street Fighter 4 Guile. I do think there's a lot of strength in that character, but he's a new thing. I think he might be able to just raw super after blocking forward fierce, but didn't see it. Looking for the button of just something.
Create patience. How many people at Du's age would exhibit that type of patience and fear of that pressure?
The interrupt! Ooh!
No, think. Good break.
And now you see Ed. Oh, the front!
Wow! Came in for
Will he do it? No. Save the bar. Really, sweep as his reaction. He did have trigger. It might have been activated. I don't know. But very interesting choice to bring out sweep. So will there be a switch from Knuckle2? He has gone to character select. See what he does.
He has been persuaded by the crowd's cheers to play Guile. I think that would be a poor mistake on his part to listen to the masses.
Sure, but that said, if he thinks that he has a Guile, if that's an option for him,
Yeah.
then I think that's okay. But I agree. I don't want to see him get swayed either way.
If you are a gladiator, you do not want to be listening to whatever the Colosseum is chanting. It is you in the pit fighting against this beast of an Akali. Okay, he's going with his.
Oh, let's see if he
Stick
locks
with
in.
his
Yes.
Yes, but he has been guiled into picking Guile before. I've seen that.
And when he does, it's a beguiling choice.
Okay.
So we'll see if the Nash pays off. Gonna run it back there. 1-0 PR Balrog. Much more active style right at the very start. I mean, his last game was him staying away. Not exactly zoning, but sort of playing a runaway. And
Oh, goodness. That's disgusting. Again, Players opting for that D-skill to build up.
Man, this is some pressure right now from Eduardo. He's going to have the corner after this. Not quite dead, but almost so in there. That's going to be it. Dragon Punch will steal the deal. Match point now.
What a mauling that was. Is that the bear from Revenant? Because that was Leo getting ripped apart by Necalli.
I liked how Dew started it. It's just that that offense sort of turned into a problem for him when he got knocked down up close. But I liked the idea. It was just a nice change of pace. Now he's gone back to this distance game. Ed building the B meter, getting a little bit of damage. A chance. Well, Dew takes advantage. So will he play this corner game? I wonder.
Aye.
Will he do it? No, backing off. Well, okay, it's kind of an unconventional back and forth.
This is a start reversal.
Unconventional back and forth, for sure. It's cool to see.
Yep.
Staying alive in winners.
Who will win in the Revenant matchup? The Su.
A little too far. Rog hoping that Knuckle stuck out a button. Nice punish. Well reacted to. Could be there. No, a little bit late. That's
wow. Wanted to interrupt. Great evasion. OS back jump.
We're seeing a lot of Dew running. We're seeing a lot of him staying away. Only the occasional stab in.
Oh, and he has this screen real estate to start the runaway game again.
I feel like Eduardo's giving in a little bit maybe into that game. I don't know if he needs to be doing that.
Good trade perhaps just to keep him at bay.
Into what?
Good
Nice
block.
blocking.
Yeah, it's hard to hit Marvel players who have been faced with 50-50s and then try it in Street Fighter 5. They've seen those mix-ups before.
PR gets a hit away. Did he try to walk under it? Look, that happens to me too sometimes, and when it does, I feel like an idiot. No!
He was a few frames away from that.
It was close.
It was close.
Okay, just a nod out of Eduardo there, bottom left.
Dang, Dew. Back at it again with a thirst. But Ed still showing his composure.
And it looks like the Nash pick did pay off. You know, he stuck to that style of staying away. There was one round where he went in just briefly and it didn't work out, so he went back to distance game, and that's how he won the game. Eduardo slowly trying to move, trying to find his way in.
Errant boom, perhaps.
Very consistently doing the stand medium kick.
Oh, that could have been a crush counter, but
sweep, yes.
Dude, fishing for that back fist. Trying to catch a Seismo.
You know, his game is working because he's hoping that Ed is going to come in at the wrong time, and unfortunately for PR Rog, that has been true. It has been happening.
Brilliant side.
Oh, wow.
Dude's probably one of the best I've seen at that safe side at that maximum distance.
And the overhead. And again, not really because of the overhead, but just nice timing and spacing on the button. So match point now for Liquid's Knuckle Dude. Wow. All right. Jump around on Swift. It's a super strong button.
Punish! I don't know what he read.
No!
Perhaps wanted to get out of... Oh, okay.
This time is the grab. I mentioned last time it had been medium kick almost every time. So good mix-up.
Wow. Lucky was he.
Thrown right out of it. Dew with the reactions.
Oh, will he do something? Whoa! Dashing forward.
Walking backwards, yeah. Looking exactly for that. Knuckle Dew is going to take it. Knuckle Dew's not from very far away. There's a lot of people in this crowd here who are rooting for him to move on. And right now, they got their wish.
Alex Memers almost tripping on his way up. The young upstart, Knuckle Dew. I feel like we've seen him grow up. A native to the Florida scene, representing the hometown. Doing very well.
Yeah.
They're dispatching the older veteran.
Not from very far away. From the Tampa area. We're here in Orlando at CEO 2016. Not so far. Not so far.
Look at this beautiful garment. Is that the Ryu thing that you can break in that stage? Yes, it is. You can pick that up at Amazon.com/Capcom Pro Tour. If you are buying from the UK, unfortunately, it will be a little more expensive after the last couple days when the pound has plummeted, but we still welcome your GBP. I think there's Amazon.uk.
There definitely is.
For a lot of the matches that you did not see, we did record it and it will be uploaded to /Street Fighter, the Capcom Fighters YouTube channel, and you can find us on the interwebs at Street Fighter and /Street Fighter. So check that out. Rest assured, we are capturing all the hot action and making sure that the high-profile players do not have their matches played completely off stream. You will get to see it after.
One thing I really like about what they're doing is providing those replays. So if we miss something, you know what? Get to see it on stream anyway. And while we're sitting here watching on stream, we are sitting in these real nice chairs. Vertigear chairs.
Shout out to Lower Lumbar.
Yeah. That is a nice little support there. You can see the cushion down there at the bottom, just above the seat itself. Use promo code CEO2016 to save 10%. Gotta do that this weekend.
Look at that. Momochi deprived of the esports chair and relegated to the granny rocker. Let's see who will prevail, esports versus regular chair.
Well, check out Alex Myers with his esports jersey on as well.
The last Ronin versus a ninja. Historically, I believe the ninjas were executed for their conniving ways. So this is a real match between the Ronin, the last samurai, Tom Cruise, versus Momochi.
And the Cammy has been doing work for Myers for a while now. He started to make top 8s at things. Yep. He's been doing well. A big threat. There's a high upside to his game. On the other side, I've been super impressed by Momochi over the last couple of months. To no surprise, when the game came out, he seemed like he was struggling a little bit, but very quickly afterward, he started to get his bearing, and now I think is one of the best in the world. Punish? Oh, tried it. Tried it.
Yolochi.
Well, you know, you might as well. I mean, with that stand roundhouse right there, it's slightly punishable. Cammy can get the punish, and just this time,
that Shoryuken was as brave and daring as the people in this background that have voted.
Bad news for him. Not punished, and then not punished either on Backstrong Fierce. So both of them playing a friendly here. Tried to get away, maybe looking for DP.
Oh, I like that frame edge battle. What is going on? Burnt easy, but
so useful for Cammy to be able to do it. Waking up with buttons though. Can he pressure? Not quite. Now it's on Alex to find a way. How about that with the stab in, but jab takes it.
Where is this stage? Is this stage in the EU?
It's not in the EU. I can confirm that.
Okay. And I guess Cammy is also... Oh,
well, I mean, it's kind of a historical relic, you know? It's like looking at an old globe and there's the USSR in there.
See that uppercut?
Yeah, I'm sure he was pumping it beforehand, but he saw it. And now Alex is not even trying to get the punish. I don't know that she can at that range. But he's been dissuaded from it. Okay, maybe at the start to things.
I like that.
Kind of neutral. Here's down fierce. Another big whip punish with it. He has super. And as a result, Momochi is just playing cautiously. Doesn't want to take a big risk.
Oh, that could have been.
Slowly approaching Myers. Still has super. Trigger out of here. But you know what? All he needs is the super. He didn't bring it out.
But it worked out for him in the end.
Yes.
And now he's going to walk into that second round with that. All that plasma.
Yeah, they both are fully stocked.
Oh, okay. What was that? Tatsu.
Probably to get through it back strong, and it didn't trick.
What is happening?
Oh, hey!
Momochi is falling to day one tactics.
Oh, no! The panic by Alex. He's going to be in the corner. Bad look for him right now. Interesting choice. Okay, the low. Is that bells? It's not quite.
Empty jump low. Interesting tactic there from Momochi.
Oh, no.
My goodness.
He might melt. Is he going to melt? Superheat that. I think that's it. I think that's going to be game one. Alex Myers.
His health bar dropped faster than
the British pound.
The British pound.
I think that's, yeah.
And the London Bridge.
Yeah. I had to do it. It was a tough day. Tough day.
The city is in flames. Will Dudley still be coming out as DLC, or did he Brexit the season pass?
What is the choice here from Momochi? I've liked his Ken. When the game first came out and he played Ken, I thought it just wasn't his style. I wanted to see him play Ryu or Chun or Karen or something.
He will not abandon this character.
But
choice.
yeah, he's made it work for himself. So I'd be surprised to see him switch.
Man.
But you know what? We'll see what's in his mind. We'll see what's in his brain right now.
Ninjas versus Ronin. Game 1 to Ronin. Game 1 to Gaijin.
Right back in. Hey.
Momochi doing some reflection. I believe he has his own internal rewind mechanism, playing back that match in his head. What has he learned?
He really is one of the best at adapting on the fly. So, you know, some of the things that were problems, couple of DPs in there that really cost him most immediately, but there were some whiff punishes that Alex had real nice with the crouching fierce. Some of the approaches Alex had were strong. Ooh. Yeah, more active there. That's definitely one thing. He did stand around us a couple of times last time, but he didn't follow it up with anything. This time he does. Well, he did with the DP, but not with normal kick confirms. Yeah, we definitely are seeing more active play in that footsie game.
Wow. No fear.
Alex waiting for something. And I really like how Momochi plays this. You know, just hang out. No big deal. No big need to make a big bet.
Oh, an errant button press.
You know, part of that was...
a buffer?
Well, yeah, so that's what I think. But I think that the reason it was triggered was that Momochi walked up and blocked. And that's the solution. If you think that somebody is always buffering fierce into whatever, walk up, block, make them bring it out in a bad situation for themselves.
Momochi's so economical with his button presses.
In there, I love the follow-up.
But the backdash was a mistake on his part.
Saving the bar. No, a little too far, unfortunate for Alex, but he's been able to get in. Strong. Oh, another side! Saves the meter. He thought that was going to be blocked. Oh, he's in a bad look right now. All the meter in the world for Momochi. Here's the start of it.
Just trying to bait out an uppercut, perhaps it's not coming out.
Wow. What a whiff punish right there. Maybe not on purpose, but the timing of it was ideal. Match point now.
This is insane for Alex. Myers on the brink of dispatching the Shinobi.
Yeah, one of the big favorites coming in.
Oh! And that standing medium punch had whiffed.
So we're seeing more active play now from Alex. We're seeing him jump in more. We're seeing him be less
Good
afraid to
string.
approach. And exactly like this. It's paying off for him.
Another time? No. Coordinate himself, but he feels comfortable playing from the pocket.
Aye! Tried the anti-air, but just not at the right spot.
Wow!
Dash up, what? Here comes Alex. He's got the potential. Tried it. What a whiff punish! Momochi now has the corner.
On the landing frames too, but Alex waking up with his own buttons.
Saved his bar. He has super as... If he finds a hit.
Yep.
Really, whoever finds the
Even on
next
block,
hit
there
can
it
do
is.
this. Here comes Alex Myers. Into what?
Hi.
He got it! He should be able to get it at least. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves, but yeah.
That was
the
really
deal
next
is
hit
sealed.
wins out from 30%
Yeah.
life remaining for both players.
Yeah, both of those characters, if they have bar, if they have V-trigger, yeah.
Looks like we're going to go for another cosmetic change in the background. Oh, no,
Nope.
sticking to it.
But I did like how Alex played. You know, he was jumping in more and it was working. He really wasn't getting anti-air. Yeah, here it is. And then he thought it was time to play patiently, but yeah, Momochi had the read. Interesting movement, you know? He's just making these weird choices.
Oh my goodness. He's playing...
Look, that's just a... Look, that is a good mix-up, right? It's like one of those mix-up that's just like, either you do it or you don't. There's nothing super strong or super high level about it, but it's never going to be bad.
Good block, too!
Fishing around, Alex real looking for something. And he's not just buffering it in mindlessly. That is a good sign to see from him. He's not just doing the motion. He already got caught out on that. He's already seen that Momochi walks up and blocks and takes that. Trigger slowly going away. No anti-air.
A lack of absence Yes.
Oh, missed it!
Oh my goodness.
And
one
the super.
errant spiral arrow.
She
but
lives.
Yep.
She lives.
There's a lot
Another
of
chance.
damage deterioration. Nice run in and throw. Good break.
Oh, that could've
Twice he had the chance.
There's no super, but here's, you know, that was Momochi's plan. I think was to dash in and make things happen. That's why he got hit. That's why he got hit. And then hey, the third time he got the grab exactly like he was looking for.
Oh, and again.
That's just so dangerous against somebody who's already shown that they know how to take the buffer.
Whoa! Well, look, have we spoken too soon?
It's nice, but on the other hand, if that had been blocked, he would have just escaped to the other side of the screen. So it's one of those
never know.
Why not sort of situations.
Good side.
It's very
switcheroo.
expensive, but why not?
Oh,
sweep.
punish, yes.
Very weird choice.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, he thought that had linked that standing
Yeah,
leg
I'm
kick. There it
sure,
is.
yeah.
That was a weird.
There it is. So in the end, Momochi just sort of turns it on. And I'm not 100% sure why crouching medium kick hit in that situation, but hey, it was the right call at the right time.
Shinobi prevail over the Samurai.
We're going to continue with the good matches.
Yes, we have a whole train of them.
Yeah, so I know that in the next round, some of the matches will include XSK Samurai versus Infiltration, Goichi versus Justin Wall. I'm looking forward to that. Flash versus Kazunoko, Ludovic versus Tokido, Onuki, Haitani, Daigo and Stupendous, Punko and the winner of Mago and IFC Yipes, and then Knuckle Dew versus, well, Momochi. We just found out. So we're going to switch to losers just briefly. After this, we'll have the last winners match yet to be played in 64-32 round, which will be Mago and Yipes. Then we're going to go back to losers. Smug versus Marn, Sonic Fox and Shen Chang, and then Mono and Dark Jiwa. So we'll have a couple of back-to-back fangs for your viewing pleasure. For Wood, though, coming up now. Cool Ryu style. If you like an active style of Ryu, he's your man. And Shine, on the other side, really came to prominence towards the end of Ultra Street Fighter 4 with the Yang. He was one of the few Yangs in the US, and he did well up at NLBC pretty consistently. There was a tournament just before that game died where he was one of the finalists. It might have been top three or something.
Talking about T Coney?
Was that it?
Maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was towards the end of SF4, and he finally sort of turned the corner. So in this game, I'm not surprised to see him having success.
display swag for Wood, the whistleblower. The one who accurately measured it. Check out his site. But yeah, as I was saying, Shine was the one who had dispatched that Japanese all-star team of Kazunoko, Daigo, and Onuki in the teams on day one on Friday. So a very, if he wasn't on the radar before, he certainly is now, as news quickly traveled in Twitter, Japanese interwebs, that someone, you know, out of nowhere had a wrecked shop.
Well, he's currently in losers.
Okay.
This is the first losers round for these two in top 64. Some other matches that happened: Eita beat Squall, Tampa Bison beat GLB, Jiwa Belt beat El Chakotay. We're going to have the winner of Damdai versus Dogura play against Xiaohai. That sounds like it's a top 8 match, but okay.
With you reading off these matches, this says to me that CO is probably the most difficult Street Fighter tournament we had. If you consider like the skills that have matured here at this point in time after the release of Street Fighter 5.
LPN beat Coach Steve, then LPN beat Rom, and now he plays against Rylander.
Wow, okay, so early access still a formidable force here in mid-game after release.
See what I mean about forward? Dashing, forward dash, back dash.
Very aggressive.
Shine, playing patiently, pretty good range. I feel like Karen does quite well in this match. She can harass Ryu really well. Those buttons are strong. And if she jumps, she can jump from a range where empty jump is pretty safe and jump roundhouse will touch. It's kind of like an SF4 Cammy thing. She can get underneath with the shoulder. Got all sorts of good stuff.
So Tokido switched from Dalsim very early on in the game to Ryu, and it's right about the time that For Wood had uploaded some sets that he had played, so perhaps there was some inspiration there. And Forward able to show the strength of Ryu and Tokido, making that switch. And he's never looked back, really.
Yeah, on reaction.
Hi.
That's a good start.
Oh, nice. Saved him.
Sweep at the perfect timing. And Forward now trying to pressure. He has full meter. Can be quite dangerous.
Oh,
gives
there
it
was
up,
it.
but that's so fast. Ah, tried to get the fierce anti-air. No. Okay, yes, does so. Shine with the delay. Really, right in. Still has trigger. It's gone finally.
Good block.
Tried to
but
punish
safe.
as well.
This is a meaty overhead. Does an anti-air. Very difficult. Ooh! Nothing.
Oh, yeah. That's one of those buttons that, even though it doesn't lead to much unless you have a trigger to cancel it with, it's just so good at taking up space. Anything you noticed that you'd like Forward to do differently? I mean, Ryu's his character as far as I know. I'm not looking for a switch there.
I would like there to be parity in the seating arrangements. I don't know if the lack of lower lumbar support is affecting player 1. But yeah, Shine, interesting. Like how his success is translated from a Yang to a Kuririn. I think there's some similarities there.
Certainly when she has the Rekkas going, you can kind of see it, but just in the way he moves around, it's a character with quick block speed, you know, and you can sort of buffer into things, I guess.
I would like to see Forward abusing that jumping knee a little more.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, this guy.
Wow.
Super cute. Forward finally getting away.
What is that in-your-face activation of the trigger? Wow, nice good punish. There is the first time. So, EX, okay.
And just like that, it was interrupted by Karin. And yeah, again interrupting. That's something that Forward has to see.
Hi, great pressure.
All those interruptions have worked. And it also feels like when Shine wants to get in, he does it. Like now he's close. If he wants to stay away, yeah, he can do it too. That's a range where he can react if he wants. Ah, he tried it. No dice.
Brilliant sweep.
Here comes Forward now for the pressure. Ooh.
Little dirty dancing. Stun. Could have spent bar to take it.
I think you're
but
right.
Wants to save the meter. Let's see if he lives to regret his choice.
Each of those little buttons is so precious right now. Yeah. Stand jab. He had interruptions of his own. And, you know, he didn't need to make much of a commitment. All he needed was 2 more jabs, 2 more shorts, whatever.
And this is really where it's going to be able to capitalize off all that saved meter. Like a squirrel in winter, he's kept his stocks when he needs it the most. Really be able to get an opportunity to use his critical art.
Nice little counter pokes, and we're kind of starting to see some of that.
That could have been it, but doesn't activate his CA.
Yeah.
Oh! Will she be able to build it during this combo? No. Okay.
The reset is in the front. The stun is going to happen. And I think that's it. And that lack of super. Oh, man. That lack of super on Forward's side is something he's going to be going home thinking about. Because that's losers, and that means he's out of there. Shine staying alive.
Shine bright like a diamond rank on CFN. Okay, tapping in his East Coast New York brethren is Smuggles versus Marn.
Oh man, Marn. I talked with him earlier in the week. I said, hey, how do you feel you're going to do? You know, you did so well at NCR. You're a big surprise. Everybody was caught off guard. And he said, yeah, I'm going to do terribly because I'm not that great. And people have seen me play, and now I'm not going to be a surprise.
He certainly
so
has
he really undersold himself.
exposed himself. He is a prolific streamer out of his LAN cafe in Ho Chi Minh.
Spoke with him about that as well. Sounds like it's doing good stuff.
Ever the entrepreneur is Marn.
Round 1.
So we're in loser's side. The winner of this will play against CJ Truth. Some other matches we have in loser's side. The classic, what are you standing up for? Wolf Cronin, Ricky Ortiz.
Nice.
Also, winner of Raul Stanley and Brent is Cool will play against L.I. Joe. Winner of Chris Tatarian and Smoke Max will play against Sabin. We're going to have Alucard versus Brian F. LPN versus Rylander. We're going to have Vagabond and Julio. Filipino Man and BJ Unchained. Snake Eyes versus Chirithi.
Oh! Withdrew his hand. And he leaves him hanging.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
He
do it.
probably
Don't do
has
it. He's Lucy. You gotta understand. He's Lucy. Don't kick the football. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, muttering profanities.
Kinda can't believe he didn't withdraw the football at the last second. Classic punchline. Opportunity missed.
That was the first ever Guile flash kick. When Lucy takes the ball away and he does the somersault kick.
Yeah.
Okay, puts his hood on. But man, that was a mental jab there. Should not play into Darth Marn's Sith game as he dons the evil in this battle.
Fight.
Yeah, I mean, Marn has. We know what he can do. But that said, Marn is the kind of player that on any given day is ridiculous. And some days he's gonna be terrible. Some days he is the greatest. You just never know. You just never know. So far, Smug is doing pretty good work. But that said, all Mika needs
this is disgusting.
something.
Get this thing.
Where?
What?
How did he block that? The block.
We had to check if there's a full schedule double auto block. I can't believe a human actually blocked that disgusting setup. That was.
Sometimes in those situations you just commit. You just think, hey, he's not going for a cross up, or he is. You're not trying to react. You're just, you believe one way or the other. The confirm, Marn is going to get most of the way into the corner here. Okay, fully into the corner now. We're seeing a lot of crouch blocking. That's something that Marn can take advantage of. Oh no!
Could have got an Irish rip off of that.
That's, I think, the 4th time he's done wake up jab. That's something that Karen's going to have to pay attention to.
Conversion. Oh!
Into what? The cross-up of his own! You think Mika's the character with the tricky cross-ups? No, she's not the only one.
Wow, a little wink there from Smoggles.
Like I said, Marn doesn't really believe in himself this weekend. That's what he said anyway. You can never really know.
But he certainly did not come into NCR full of confidence. So I feel like despite the...
Yeah, he thought he was going to suck there too.
Lack of self-confidence, he certainly... His game is not affected by confidence. It's affected by crazy... but that has to be a mental guard pick for him to see one of his most disgusting setups guard successfully by Smug.
There's only one person I think he gets mentally guard broken by, and that's Justin Wong. Yeah, other than that, I feel like it's impossible. It doesn't matter to him. Doesn't matter to him. If you block the thing, it's no big deal. He's still going to do unsafe zero lightning regardless. He's still going to do crazy Mika cross-ups. It's just, that's Marn.
Second time he successfully dodged that command throw. Good reactions.
Yeah, I love those air-to-airs. Character in Karen, he doesn't really have great anti-airs on the ground. Situational stuff only. The last hit missed, very unfortunate, but at least he's in there.
That's still it, yeah. You can immediate attack get in without any risk.
Well, Marn's on the ropes.
He looks perpetually jet-lagged. And it is a long way from Vietnam.
Yeah, I don't think he's making that part up. I think that's real.
Yeah. I think it was like a 20-hour flight.
Pressure and hit confirm.
Wow, okay. This might be the sort of crazy that...
What?
Like that. Marn is now activated Darth Marn.
You think that was it? You think he just he turned it on?
Or turned it off.
Right, yeah.
Okay, but he's in trouble in the corner here.
Yeah, it looks like the lights are about to go out.
All of the okay, he's done.
Yeah, and that's that. So Martin makes his own prediction that he's going to lose. And I don't think he even realized that it's over. It's over.
Will he fight for it?
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh, hey! He did it late!
He like dragged his
He did it late. In fact, that's even grosser in a way.
This is true. You nasty Marn.
You don't know where those hands have been. And so if you're going to shake his hand, it's one thing. You know you're getting into it. But if you're expecting that he's going to do the jerk, you know, you can do it without taking much of a risk that you're going to get Marn, that you're going to get whatever these are.
How would you owe us the Marn?
Just don't get involved.
Okay.
That's the best way to deal with Marn. In my playing career, I found that the best way to deal with Marn, don't get involved. Stay away.
Easier said than done. He does have a way of... Wow, the musical chairs. A reversal here. Oh, I'm Mago.
This is winners, and you are right. IFC Yipes, you are seeing it correctly on the stream. Mago is his opponent. The way Yipes got here, in part, was by beating BJ Unchained, who in Northern California has been a terror lately, romping through some of their weeklies with Nikali. But it was the Nikali mirror match that Mr. Yipes beat him in. Folks might not remember now, but in early SF4, Yipes played it a lot too, and he had a really strong dictator.
Dictator, yeah.
He really did. And for a while, he was playing MKX.
Oh, we got coaching.
Okay.
Up. Cosplay and coaching.
Okay. And everybody knows him from Marvel, but he really is a talented overall player. And if he tries to take a game seriously, he's going to be good at it.
This is true. Not yet, says Mr. Magoo. Isn't that nice blazer?
He's looking fancy. When I saw him earlier, he was asleep on the floor. But it looks like he's upgraded.
Yeah. He's like, who is that? I was like, that's a famous wrestler. He's like, okay, and then he went back to sleep.
Oh, really?
Like,
That's
you
great.
do not sense the urgency. Cheap is such a harsh word. If you've been playing the FX stock market and held on to your GBP too long, as it has plummeted in the last few days.
That Yipe face is setting up. Look at those eyes. He has one of the top 5 playing faces to me.
Yeah, he's also, I think they were discussing this on the Japanese stream. He has the most physicality, like his presence is felt when you're playing side by side.
Yeah.
And that could be very daunting if you're not used to it. Thankfully, Mago, I don't know, this umpteenth time here in America, very used to this style. Whereas in Japan, perhaps they're used to playing head-to-head.
Yeah, I think at this point he's good to go on that. So we're going to see a Karen from Mago. It's a character he's been playing the whole time, and he's one of the first to have optimized that character in a lot of ways. You know, when you see him play, you can count on him to get the good stuff, to have the good setups, to have the good combos.
So, yeah, I mean, he's usually a good barometer as to which character is strong. He picked Sagat, and then he was on Fei Long. I believe the Yang thing was more of a personal choice. Whereas Tokido, you look at him for what is the cheapest character, but the fact that both Justin and Mago very early on landed on Kadeen in the character select screen is a huge testament to how solid of a character she is in this game.
You know, Justin really believes that she's top 3.
Wow, okay, that is an unpopular opinion, I believe.
Yeah, he really does. Corner pressure now from Mago, doing what he needs to do. This has all been a blow-up so far. Maybe a chance.
Hey, what a brilliant punish from Mago.
Looking exactly for that.
Did Yipes also abandon Dictator for Nikali, or has he started off with him for the get-go?
I don't think he ever played Bison in this game as a main, yeah.
And there's one character that has been lacking here in the top 64.
Threatening with a dash. Into what? Up close still. No.
Ooh.
Taking advantage. That's
Will
what
he hit? Okay, no. Evil Genius special. And he finishes it.
You know, I mentioned the optimization of Mago's Karen, and he knows it's not just his own character, but he knows how many dashes are safe for you to do, how plus you are after whatever thing, your advantage and disadvantage. He's done the work.
Player 2 has a 5-win streak.
Round
Oh yeah?
one.
Are we getting?
Oh, he's locked in there.
Fight.
We're getting a run by player 2 right now.
Oh, a little too far was his Seismo. Punished appropriately for it.
The whiff punish, great stuff by Yipes, but that kind of thing has not been consistent for him. Oh!
Aye.
2016. Now what's Yipes gonna do?
Ball his way out of the corner here.
That white life is still in there. Yipes pressuring. Oh, too far!
Could have punished it. I thought it was a deliberate setup, but there was no follow-through, so perhaps not.
Yipes now playing patiently. At any moment he could come in, or maybe it's Karen who's gonna come in.
Ah!
Yes, such a good sweep. The safety on that. The range on it. Ah!
Oh! Aye.
What patience by Mago as he comes in. Yipes, no. He needs something else, but he feels caged. You notice there's no jumping. It's exactly what Mago wants. He wants the anti-air.
Wow! Oh! Set up the frame advantage with that tick. Got him to the throw.
Round 2. Fight.
Yipes fighting back a little bit. It was good for him that he showed that he could play without jumping. Hey, pressure again? No, this time patient. I don't think Mongo was expecting that.
You know, another similarity of Mongo and Justin, despite their character choice, is that they really like the game.
That's
if you
true.
speak to them, they're like, I love this game. So I think that type of attitude towards this really makes it easier for them to go into the lab and research, and really showing the results now. Oh!
Well, Yipes is out of there. He can get corner control, but most of this match has been him staying away. Even when he's had knockdowns, they've been blown up a lot of the time. Again, the interrupt. There it is. The hit. Gonna get the corner.
But of course, the
No, very
connection.
unfortunate for him. He might have been able to take it. He has super. He has V-trigger.
Hi.
Yes.
Perhaps a jump back. And up. Supporting the balloon.
This is the
Thumbs
Okay.
up. They're going to run this back. This is crazy. This is Yipes on the verge of dispatching. It's considered one of the stronger Cardines out there.
Yeah, just last month, there was a major that was taken by Mago.
Taiwan, I believe.
It sounds right.
Aye. Perhaps a little caught off safely. Gonna get in the air. Could have been a full combo.
Here comes Yipes again. He's only done that 3 times.
Been perfect with it. This time the regular.
Boy.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
This time nothing. Try to bait it out. Nice scratch.
Well, we're seeing much more active stuff from Yipes. Is he trying to turn it on right now?
Oh, had he... That was a difficult jump in to deal with.
At a range where it's kind of hard to know sort of which side she's going to be on.
Oh, wait. Do we have a... Oh, nope. That's all right. Still played on.
Whatever. Oh,
Aye.
nice timing. Yeah, next hit could be stun. Could be the match.
Good break. This is what he needed to get out.
And he chooses to go not only for super in there, but some V-trigger as well. And as a result, he's got the trigger ready.
Half-Life taken off, but he has pushed his opponent into the corner.
Mago's in there still, of course. Not count him out. Here's Strong into.
Strong into trigger. Interesting.
No more V reversal on either side.
I think he'll wait it out. Hi.
Command grab. Yipes needs at least one more thing, but Karen, next hit, she can take it.
Full resources. Woo.
What? Fishing around on Yipes' side too. Nope, he didn't cancel it. I can't believe it. He's been so consistent. Yipes still playing this distance game as Nikali. Typically when Nikali gets into crazy mode, he's moving, he's dashing, he's trying to make things happen, and that's not Yipes' style.
Good evasion of the landmines for the most part. 20 seconds in. We have yet to see a time out.
there is one. It's super close on life right now. It's craziness.
Double dash!
They both are whiffing it! He got the grab! What can Yipes
Will
do?
he run? What is going on? 6 seconds.
Oh, boy. Yipes is unhappy, but Mago is elated, as you can
Connie
see.
wins.
And he moves on.
Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, Mago moves on.
So far East Coast prevails over East Coast. As he grabs.
You know what Mago's reward is? Is playing against Bunko.
Ooh, okay.
That's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. We are going to have a quick break, but you definitely want to stick around because coming up next, some of the matches include Sonic Fox versus Xian Chang.
Sweet.
Winner of that, by the way, will play a strong one. That's going to be F-Champ. So, cool little set of players there. And then after that, we'll have Dark Jiwa versus Mono. Stick around.